So this is a quick educational video on the Employee Retention Tax Credit, just so you understand it and know what it's about. My name is Corey with the $2 million commission system, and I'm just going to explain a little bit more about the Employee Retention Tax Credit. So the basics. This was introduced in the CARES Act on March 25th in 2020. A business owner can get up to $26,000 per W-2 employee in a tax credit paid by check from the IRS for each W-2 employee that they have during the year of 2020 and 2021. There must be 2 or more W-2 employees, not including the business owner or an immediate family member as well. So the minimum is 2 and the maximum is 500 W-2 employees per entity. This is available to for-profit and non-profit businesses as well. The key is if a business owner pays payroll tax and they were affected by COVID and have at least 2 full-time W-2 employees that is not a business owner or an immediate family member, then they should be able to qualify for the Employee Retention Tax Credit. So this is a very generous tax credit. When it came out in March 25th of 2020, the reason why hardly anyone knows about this tax credit is it came out in the CARES Act also with the Payroll Protection Plan, or the PPP, that everyone has heard about and knows about. So this was overshadowed by the PPP because at the time, business owners had to choose between the PPP or the ERTC. But all of the lenders out there, the banks all over the place, big tech companies with fintech, they were all pushing the PPP because it was a little bit easier to apply for and to get. So that's what everyone heard about. Also, yeah, you could only pick between one or the other, but that changed the next year in March of 2021, where you could actually get both the PPP and the ERTC. So very few people know about this. Very few know about the ERTC just because of the payroll protection plan that overshadowed this program. And so hardly anybody has been filing for it. There are a few tax firms out there and a few different services that are advertising this, that know about it, that are sending out information. The great thing about this program is that we have partnered with experts that have filed for hundreds of business owners for the tax credit program, and they are aggressive as well. They do everything they can, legally of course, to help the business owner get as much as they can for the tax credit, which in us being able to get as much as a business owner can legitimately get in the tax credit, this also pays you more in commissions as well. So those are the basics about the ERTC. There's not a whole lot that you need to know about. Some business owners say that sounds too good to be true. Well, you can look it up on the IRS website. irs.gov has information there. It's not the most updated information, so it's very helpful to have a tax firm, which we have, that is also an enrolled agent that has a line into the IRS to be able to get the updated information needed, to also know about all the different details and scenarios for business owners on what they can qualify for in each situation. And how this works is that how the tax credit is calculated is for each W-2 employee, they can get up to $7,000 tax credit per quarter of 2021 for Q1, Q2, or Q3. Q4 was not included. That was decided near the end of 2021 if the fourth quarter should be included in the tax credit or not. And that would have been up to $33,000 per W-2 employee, but they decided to cancel that. But still, it's a very generous tax credit. It's pretty exciting. that very few people know about. This is a blue ocean, a huge opportunity. Business owners everywhere have not even heard about it and are leaving money on the table, and you're going to help them get it. They'll be so grateful for you in doing so, and you'll be able to make some commissions by making that happen as well. Some exciting commissions. So that's how it works. One thing that you can do as you approach business owners, go to them and just ask this simple question: have you filed for the employee retention tax credit? If the business owner says no, what's that? Then that is the easiest lead ever. Then they just apply on your landing page to see if they qualify and to see how much money they can get. If the business owner says, no, I don't think I qualify, then you should let them know, well, a lot of people that think they don't qualify still actually do. Most people think they don't qualify for a couple of different reasons, and let me go into a different slide here so you can see some of the misconceptions about the tax credit. So let me go back here, the basics. Okay, misconceptions about the ERTC. So business owners think they can't qualify if they did better during COVID, which is not true. If they were affected by COVID mandates or affected by different aspects of COVID happening, then there's a good chance that they'll qualify. If they did not shut down, they don't think they'll qualify, which is not true. If they received PPP loans, which we explained a little bit ago, that now you can get both, or they think the ERTC is over. So there were some news articles and some TV announcements that the tax credit ended last year, which it did end as far as how much you can qualify for, but now business owners have up to 3 years to be able to amend their 941s, their payroll taxes, to be able to qualify for the tax credit. So up to 3 years after the tax credit from when they need to file their 941s. I am not an accountant myself, so don't take this as accounting advice, but these are just the facts about the employee retention tax credit and the opportunity that you have before you to take advantage of this. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. This is a very, very generous tax credit, and it's not very often when there's such a very generous opportunity that very few people know about. So, like I said before, this is a blue ocean. Great opportunity for you to help business owners, to get them into a better financial situation, and to help you as well. So that's really most everything that you need to know about the tax credit. There's a little bit more information. During the year of 2020, W-2 employees can get up to $5,000 per employee, and that is for the whole year of 2020. So $5,000 for the year of 2020, and then $7,000 across 3 quarters of 2021 equals $26,000, up to $26,000. There are a few things, stipulations about it. With 2020, it's harder to qualify for. There needs to be a significant reduction in revenues for that company from 2020 compared to 2019 in the corresponding quarters. There usually needs to be a 50% drop in revenues in 2020 compared to 2019. It's easier for 2021. It's a 20% drop in revenue in 2021 with the corresponding quarter in 2019. But there's also the opportunity for taking advantage of being affected by COVID mandates. For example, there's a restaurant in San Francisco. They had to close down the inside of their restaurant, but they pivoted quickly. They opened up outdoor seating and actually grew by 40% in revenues. Now, just from the 20% rule of making less revenue in 2021 compared to 2019, they wouldn't have qualified, but because they were affected by COVID mandates and had to shut down the inside of their restaurant, they could have earned so much more money because of that, and they still qualified for the tax credit. because of those mandates that affected their business. So we're talking to a lot of companies that maybe didn't hit the 20% reduction, but through other things with our tax firm, and go through our tax firm, of course, who will help them to qualify for what the business can qualify for with the tax credit. So most businesses have been qualifying. So just go out there and refer your link, get them to apply, do that consistently, and you will do very well. Thanks for your time. Hope you are excited about this as we are, because we are being aggressive at this as well, helping business owners to get their tax credit.